Boom, what up boys and girls, it's your man 50 Grand, it's Scott Stockton, and I'm back with another gear review today. Today, talking about gimbals, we have the Zhiyun Weebill Cinepeer 3E. Is this the best gimbal, the best entry-level gimbal, the best budget-level gimbal out on the market today? Let's get into it. Okay, so looking at the press and the marketing and all the YouTube videos, this is Zhiyun's entry-level budget-friendly gimbal. And you might be like me out there in a sense that you're not a filmmaker or you're not a cinematographer. Maybe you haven't done this for so long to where you can just pick up a gimbal and know everything you need to do. I'm a content creator. I film videos and vlogs and stuff like that for YouTube. I don't do any kind of professional filming or cinematography. I'm a wedding photographer. So for somebody like me who is stupid to gimbals, this is going to be a fun review. Because I've never balanced one before, I've never used one before. I actually haven't used this. This isn't the end of the review. This is me giving an intro, okay fam? I haven't used this and I want to film me using this, setting it up and doing things like that so that you guys can see from a beginner's standpoint, would you be able to pick this bad boy up, buy it, and be able to set everything up, balance, do everything you need to, film, get everything you want out of the modes and everything like that as a beginner, and I'm gonna give you that from my perspective. Now, I will say, from what I've read and watched, and we will experience this together, this being their budget-friendly gimbal, it sounds like they haven't really skimped on any bells and whistles. I think they used to have lights up here on these joints, and they don't have that, but after that, you got your LED screen. The build quality feels amazing. You got rubber grips, you got these dials, all the buttons, programmable buttons. It doesn't sound like they've really skimped. And you also have Wi-Fi. So when you put your camera up here and get that mounted, you can do all the controlling from the actual gimbal and not have to be up here messing around with your camera. Okay, so knowing that this is kind of their budget entry-level gimbal, you have to ask yourself, okay, so where are the drawbacks coming from? Because it sounds like it's not skimping on bells and whistles. We got something good going here. It can come in the form of payload. So this guy can hold a little bit over 6 pounds and you be productive out there. So you have to ask yourself, with more professional gimbals out there being able to hold a lot more weight, bigger lenses, zoom lenses, you can put a zoom on here, but like you can't get crazy, right? You'd have to ask yourself, you know, is this the gimbal for me if I can't put all this weight on it? But if you're gonna be somebody that can have a setup a little bit over 6 pounds and under, it's gonna be perfect for you. Like me, myself, I plan on just putting the A7 IV on here with like the 14 to 24 Sigma zoom lens or the 24 G Master Prime, and that's gonna be what I'm gonna be walking around getting all my content. Okay, so let's talk about battery life. It takes 2 hours or a little bit over to charge this guy from empty to full charge. And on full charge, you can get around 16 hours on this guy. That will get you through an entire day of filming. Any kind of filming production that you're doing, you're gonna make it the entire day off one charge with this guy without having to worry. Okay, let's talk about the modes, and while this is entry level or beginner, they do have all the same Weebill 3 modes that all the other gimbals have: pan follow mode, lock mode, follow mode, point of view mode, vortex mode, go mode. That was a mouthful. These might be modes that I might not need, you might not need, I don't know. We're gonna dive in once we get this bad boy going, and as I'm using this over the next few days, I'll let you know what modes I'm using, what they're for, and what modes I'm not using. Okay, so really quickly, the biggest question here is, will I use this? That's the biggest question, okay? It's gonna come down to ease of use. Is this gonna make my life easier? Is the quality of the footage that I'm using gonna be better than, let's say, what I'm filming on right now? The Osmo Pocket 3, because I'm a content creator. I want to get good quality stuff, but also I want it to be painless. The Osmo Pocket 3 offers me, you know, literally the Pocket 3. I can just put it in my pocket and go and get 4K footage. That being said, you know, it's a small sensor. If you want to get more professional, use filters, primes with 1.4 aperture, shallow depth of field, take advantage of the bigger sensors that are on cameras and get better quality footage. If you can do that, why wouldn't you? So it really comes down to, is this gonna be easy enough for me to leave the Pocket 3 at home and bring him to get my content? And that is something that we're gonna find out. We'll start finding that out right now. I'm going to see if I can quickly learn how to balance this guy and get a camera locked in on here and see if we can start cooking. Okay, it took a while to figure that out. It took me about 15 minutes the first time, but after the initial instructions, I can now say that I can get my camera out, get it mounted on the plate, and get everything balanced and ready to go in about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so we got the gimbal out, got it balanced, everything's ready to go. We got a Sony a7R5 on here, the 24 1.4 millimeter G Master lens, and I have an ND filter on it because we're shooting in 24 frames per second. Y'all know if you're shooting, however many frames per second you're shooting, your shutter speed needs to be double. So 1/50, letting in a lot of light, you gotta have an ND filter. As far as the modes go, there's multiple modes in here. Ones we can talk about are pan, follow, follow, and lock. There's also selfie mode, which is it's on right now. So I'm recording here, and it's looking at me, and everything is sweet. The pan follow one is the one that I'm probably going to use most. So I'm a content creator, a vlogger. I'm walking around, I'm following people. So if I turn the camera this way, or I go down like that, it stays level every time. So if it's turning, it stays like that. If I go down, it goes like that. It stays level, and it's focusing at whatever I'm trying to shoot. That's the mode I'm going to use the most. That's the mode that I'm going to use right now as we go walk around. I'm not a cinematographer. There's certain modes and special things that are in this guy that I'm not going to use because it's beyond what I'm trying to do. I just want to talk about different electronic products, cameras most importantly, behind the scenes from shoots, as well as vlogging. So one thing I really love about this guy right here is that I can be walking around and filming somebody, vlogging, blah, blah, blah. And if I want to get my input in, if we're traveling somewhere and doing something fun, I can triple tap the trigger here and it will turn around on me. And now it's recording me. And now I can give my feedback. This doesn't feel too heavy. Ultimately, I'm probably holding about 8 pounds here, and it's not that bad. And I like that I can quickly have it come to me and then quickly bring it back to whoever I'm filming. Pan follows my mode, and I need something that I can easily just walk around and get whatever kind of content I want. And we'll walk around right now and see what we can get. I'm just gonna be recording you the whole time right here.
I'm recording you.
Let's go, bro. Damn, you looking handsome in that little bike hat, Daddy.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You look handsome in your teal hat too.
Ooh. So if you want, you can set up Wi-Fi on this guy. You see the record button, there's other buttons on here that are customizable, wheels, things like that, so that if you want to hit record, you can hit it just here instead of having to go up to your camera and hitting the record and touching the camera. You want to go to Jenny's and get you some food? Oh, we could go get you some whiskey here at the trolley barn. Do you need a drink, Daddy? Super smooth, bro. Super smooth. You looking nice in that light too, Daddy.
The light is on.
But like even right now, just like getting on you, the blur is nice. You're gonna like that 24. Yeah, go ahead and take a sip of that. I want to see. And then set it back on the table. Cut, that's crispy. Go ahead and grab it and then take another sip. Ooh, Daddy. This guy right here is a game changer for me, to be able to slap this little tripod base on and set it anywhere you want, expand the legs. The legs are hella long and it is just sturdy here. And if I wanted to pop it around and get to recording on me, we got it.
Seamless.
But it's nice to have something that is sturdy and built right that you can just set it down. This is kind of fun. Okay, so something I also like is if you see this little wheel here, standard it does this, it rolls, but you can program it to do whatever you want. And because of the ND filter, I would reprogram this and will reprogram this to adjust the ISO in the camera. Because you have Wi-Fi settings, you can pick and choose what different things and customizable buttons on here do. I would make this ISO so I can quickly adjust it without having to come up here and screw up the balancing, hit these buttons and swivel the circle around. I can just do it right here. If you do something and get the camera off base, all you have to do is double tap this trigger and it comes right back. And if you want to do selfie mode, again, like I said, it's triple tap and then it comes back to me. And then to get it back facing forward, we go triple again. At any moment, if you wanted to, you could use the joystick here to tilt the camera down, up, to the sides. You can get it to do whatever you want to do in that respect. So then you have the record button here. Everything you want to do for a vlogger or a content creator is set up here. It's kind of dummy proof, especially when you get everything Wi-Fi mode. Honestly, the only thing that was the pain in the ass was learning how to balance it. Now I feel like if I pulled everything out, I think it takes repetition, get some muscle memory going to learn how to balance it right. I think if I pulled this out with the camera, I could probably do it in like 3 minutes now. which isn't bad once because I'm already seeing what this footage looks like with 1.4 versus this guy right here, which is everything's in focus, and I'm preferring this footage. But in order to get footage like that that's smooth, you have to have the tool that can keep it smooth, and I think that's this bad boy right here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you all footage right here, side by side of Ty right here. One using the camera, the Sony with the 1.4 lens versus the Osmo Pocket 3, and this will show you why you might want to use a professional gimbal with your professional camera, because you can get that 1.4 magic versus the Pocket 3, where everything is going to be basically in detailed and sharpened. So yeah, look at those two, and if you don't care about getting that kind of 1.4 in the blur and the professional look, then you wouldn't need a gimbal. But if you do want that look, then you're gonna have to pick one up. And this one is priced so right, $249, professional look, professional moves, professional modes, easy to use. Don't know why you wouldn't go with it. Pocket 3 is still a very nice option for picking up, running, and gunning. That'll be good B-roll for the...
Yeah, B-roll.
All right, just walking around a little bit. I'm one-handing this because I'm a Don that works out his arms. It's getting a little heavy. We're going back forward. 2 hands on it. 2 hands on it. Pan follow is definitely the only thing we need.
Yeah.
For like vlogging, pan follow is all you need. Me and Ty in South End. We don't know what we're doing. See, look at that. Like that, I can just sling it down and then come up. Ooh. Ty, I'm kind of fucking with this thing. Look at this. The way it stays forward, if I wanted to get your feet, I just go low and then pull that bad boy up quick. Now hit me with the stutter step. Ooh, bro, settle down.
It's like a frozen rosé. Should we try it, guys?
I mean, is it closed?
I think so, but we can try for content. Let's go order pizza first.
Oh, I'm not eating pizza. Okay, I'm ready when you are. Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah, when you are.
Nice and crispy.
Dang, don't burn yourself, Daddy.
Hot.
Don't burn yourself, Daddy. But that thing, ooh.
It's hot.
It is hot. The block is hot. Okay, so I'm in a pizza shop. This isn't the place that I would normally think to make a conclusion to a video, but we walked around, we did some stuff, we tried out the modes that would be beneficial for me for content creating. PF mode, probably the only thing that I'm going to use. Selfie mode, right? For content creator, vlogger. Love this thing. The f1.4, the shallow depth of field that you can get from using your professional cameras and lenses. Versus something like the Pocket 3, I do think adds something special to some content and videos. So if I'm going on a long vlogging trip or a trip in general and I want something that's going to look really nice, I'm bringing this. Probably bringing this with me everywhere. I know I have the Pocket 3 and I feel like that can be an additive, but this was so easy to use and the footage looks amazing that it's definitely going to have a space in my kit going forward. This is the Zhiyun Weebill 3E. People say it's their entry-level and budget-friendly gimbal versus their other professional gimbals. I just think it's an amazing gimbal all around. I didn't see where they cut many bells and whistles other than like maybe the payload, like maybe the other ones can hold more weight, but for what I'm doing, like a Sony a7 R5 and a prime lens like a 25 or a 35, you're going to be cooking with grease. And I love it. So this is in my kit now, the Zhiyun Weebill 3E Cinepeer. If you're in the market for a gimbal, come on, it's $249. Fucking get it. It's dope. Professional footage, super smooth, all the modes, all the bells and whistles. Ty's choking on spicy pizza. We out here. It's that hot. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Nice to be in orbit.